All right, this video is about the problems going on at Google right now, and I guess a short video of my thoughts on what's going on there. It looks like one of their employees, he came out with he put a memo out and basically was saying the differences, like biological differences between men and women, in a way, in the reason that men and women choose to different career paths. And it roundabout could have been taken towards the pay gap thing. It roundabout could have been taken towards that. And basically, he said there are biological differences between men and women. Now, we know leftists here. Leftists will apparently, biology just totally went out the window with these people. I don't know. I mean, men and women are different. That's just what it is. Women react to situations a certain way. It's not better, it's not worse, whatever, than men do. And men react a certain way. It's not better, it's not worse than the situation. Now, I will say, it seems that in certain situations, in certain jobs, that men can have an advantage, and women, and in certain jobs, women can have a better advantage. That's just not, it's just the way it is. And basically, the attributes that men and women have can play into the favor of whatever job that there is. If it's a physical job, labor, or something like that, a job like mine, by all means, women have the opportunity to come out there and make that kind of money and do these things. Women can work on an oil rig if they want to do these things and be a roughneck and things like that, if they can do it. Now, a lot of women don't want to work like that. A lot of women don't want to work 80, 90 hours a week. A lot of women don't want to do that. A lot of men don't want to do that. There's some men that won't want to do that. But generally, men are willing to do that. Men are willing to sacrifice everything for money. And a lot of times, women are better at balancing their life and saying, I want to do something that makes me happy. See, for me, it's all about the money. As long as I'm making good money, I can hate my job. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. There are a lot of men that are like that. There aren't a lot of women that are like that, where they can do something they hate, and as long as it makes good money. Not saying that it's all. It's just the way it is. Biological differences. So he was talking about in STEM and in coding and computer science, mostly men gravitate towards those fields. Some women do, and those women that do, and they do great in those fields. But generally, women aren't going to these fields that make a lot of money. I don't really understand why that's so hard to grasp for some people. It is okay for us to be different, for men and women to be different. It is okay. And especially when there is science to back that up. I don't understand what the whole Google thing. I don't really know if it's one of those situations where, given the climate, the societal climate on a lot of these things, you just got to hurry up and jump out in front of it. You got to hurry up and jump out in front of it, just and react the way the leftists are going to want you to. No, he was totally being sexist, and then it looks like from what I'm reading here is that some of the women that read the memo stayed home. What? They stayed home. They felt like it was just a tough work environment. They couldn't. Men and women, they act certain ways to certain things. I've never heard of a man, if there's something, I've never heard of a man being just so emotionally distraught that he couldn't go to work that next day. It's just something at work happened. He just can't take it. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the video. That's my video, and my thoughts on this whole situation. It's okay to be different. It's okay for men and women to be different. I don't understand why that's such a bad thing. And that's just the genetic makeup. That's biology, people. Leftists, that is biology. I don't know.